how important do you think it is for our Indian pet industry to have a certified range of groomers? Or, when we say certification, sometimes I feel it's a misused word, right? It's not that the certificate is important. Like, it's not like an MBA degree holder who got an MBA certificate but never attended a class. That's not the kind of certification we're talking about, right? But when I say certified, I mean more in terms of the quality, right? It need not be a fancy university certificate or anything like that. But do you see that it is important for our industry to have a valid range of professionals and regulatory bodies speaking specific to grooming and of course the other areas of pet care as well?
So you may have a great product launch, but it's 5 months down the line in journey to get the FDA to give you a certificate saying your product is approved and you can now get it made. Most people drop off because they don't realize they don't have patience or they can't make changes. And India's become very rigid now in regulation, which is very good. But that's for humans. For pets, it's not come to India. And I know this for a fact because I'm going to export Captain's Act to USA. There is no regulation for US as well. So the products that you export to US or the products made in US for pet grooming, pet food of course is regulated, it's not regulated. So if the pet grooming is not regulated, it's very difficult to know what regulation is needed for even pet grooming or whatever. So I have done some amount of, so I was in USA last year. I went to a couple of salons in California and I asked them this question. Most of them are pet lovers. They all started with pet lovers. Not most, all started with pet lovers. Most of the people who work there are working because they know how to handle pets well. They love pets, right? It's a very it's not a very paid job. It's not you don't make much money, right? For the people working there, right? The founder of those salons, there's no chain of salons. There are not too many chains like, Heads Up Hotels is one that's got in India that's got more, that's got about 20 stores. But in US, are you there? Shruti, you're frozen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I lost you for a minute. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, just give me a second. I think I should grab my charger.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mohit.
Yeah. So even in US, when I went to California, I saw the number of people that I went and visited there who have pet salons. It's largely driven by one founder. There are not too many chains, or some of them only one chain. People working for them are not paid much. It's just done with compassion and love. So when you're actually doing something with that interest in mind, it's very tough to. There's no really. There are academies of training out there, right? But I've seen in human grooming, right? You have this Tony and Guy and all these kind of things that these things. These are all fabricated certifications.
Right.
I mean, it's very easy to get a certificate. Like you saw on the chat, Cherry and I got a certificate from who's that? ABK. That's how the whole thing started, right? On the chat yesterday.
Right.
Now who is ABK? I know Bharat and Anand and Kushal very well, right? They import Trixie and BioGroom and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, today Captain's Act can give a certificate saying Shruti is a certified groomer.
Exactly. Exactly.
So there's no regulation that tells us what to do. I think Preeti also was right yesterday by talking of. So there are some, and I know Preeti very well. So there are some people who are using these funny guys who are just cutting hair, whatever. So it is not regulated, but I am pushing, and I would love someone to hear our voice to bring in some regulation to it. So I think we are far from regulation.
Right. So, but of course, we're far from regulation. But when we talk about now today, as a company, if we want to send in home groomers, right, or if we want to have a group of groomers in each city who can actually start grooming pets in their residences, which will be great help in case of especially age groups which are above X number of years who can't really groom their dog, because it is a lengthy process. It's not easy to groom a dog, right? And at the same time, in situations like COVID-19, when you are busy working from home and you don't have the time to manage your kid and your dog and groom them, you need help in some way or the other, right? So what do you think is the, like, of course, today people like Cheryon and Preeti, whoever were talking on the group yesterday, they've been in the industry for years now and people know them very well. So today we don't even need anybody to, sort of certify them or say that, okay, do you need a certification? No. But it could be a trouble going forward when the industry is growing so fast, and especially in times like COVID-19 when people are losing jobs, right? People look for professions like pet grooming or dog walking to make that extra bit of money, right?
Absolutely.
Everybody is taking salary cuts now. So many people are losing jobs, but these are quick ways of making money when you don't have to spend months training, right? You just know how to give dog a bath. Today I can go to maybe 10 houses in Bangalore and say, I'll groom your dog, pay me 2,000 bucks per dog. And I'm making a good amount of money there, right? So I see this as a trouble. Of course, in the last few years, it was not a trouble, but I see this as a trouble going forward because everybody's focus is on the pet industry.
Absolutely.
Right? So, which is where the whole discussion comes back again that, okay, till 2020, situation was different. But we know for a fact that between 2020 and 25, or probably this decade, is going to see a revolution in the pet industry, right? Because we see so many people adopting dogs and so many people focusing in the industry. So how do we deal with this situation now? Like how do you bring in the right certifications for groomers and regulations for the grooming products? So we have products as one segment, we have services as one segment.
So I'll tell you, first of all, for me, obviously a groomer has to have two key things: knowledge of the product used and handling of the dog. Right. And if the groomer has these two, then the groomer then needs to hire people, of course, or personally do it themselves, who have these two things: knowledge of the product and this thing of the dog. Now, this awareness has to not be amongst the groomers; it has to be amongst the pet parents. And I think what happens is that, yeah, people are going to take alternate jobs and try and fill the gap of what they've lost out on this COVID. And the easiest thing to do is, and pet industry is the blue-eyed industry right now. There's no question about it, right? And it's very easy to say I can cut a dog's hair, or I'll give a dog. But giving a dog a bath is too easy. Cutting hair and nails is a little more tougher. If the groomer is not certified or not a great guy, and because you don't know how to certify that, but if the guy walks in with a product like Race, and the pet parent does not know how good or bad the product is, that's a crime. So first and foremost, at least as much as we can, we need to educate pet parents that there are good products and there are not good products. Right? So the parents and pet parents have to ask, what are you using on my dog?